Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because it just keeps on twisting. God, I love Silent Hill 2.
It's a great fucking game.
It was so good. Scared the pants off little Colin. My mom said, "No, Colin, you can't get Halo. Let's find you another game." Oh, this one looks nice.
Silent Hill? That sounds so peaceful.
Yes! I I know. It My mom had a very strange understanding of what was age appropriate and not. She said Phineas and Ferb, not age appropriate. Family Guy, that's on like ABC. That must be appropriate.
He's a family guy, so
Yeah. So it's amazing I turned out as well as I did. Here I am walking around like, SpongeBob, not age appropriate. Here, let's throw on South Park.
we should have all children play Silent Hill 2. It should be required in kindergarten.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. We'll have him play Silent Hill 2, Soma, and then Alien Isolation to round out the experience.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's perfect. The second game is coming out.
I know.
Yeah.
A new generation.
But they won't let us do that because of woke.
This is what happens when you're too woke. You don't let the kids play Alien Isolation.
My dad is terrified to play the second game. Yeah, because what he would do is so actually my dad loves fucking Aliens, the franchise, and so he would play Alien when he and my mom first got married, and Alien Classic 2000 came out. What he would do is he would play it, and only as the Marines, in like a dingy basement with all the lights off until he got too scared. And then when Alien Isolation came out, he would play it before he went to bed. Like my mom would be sleeping in the bed, and he'd be next to her, like playing Alien Isolation. Up until, again, he got too scared and then would close the laptop, go to bed, and then have nightmares about the alien.
It was a fucked up alien, bro.
Dude. And he's gonna do it again. He's about to do it again.
I mean, I'm with them.
Yeah.
I'm going to freak myself out so much. But it will be worth it.
I tried showing Athena Alien Isolation, but I ended up chickening. I got too scared. I was like, okay, I'm done. It's a cool game.
Come on. Come on. Gotta at least make it to the flamethrower.
Fuck. Okay, I'll reinstall it.
See, you have to go through what the kindergartners went through. Because they turned out so good.
Really?
But now we need to experience something else. Lotus line. Yay. We love it. And, of course, where we last left off, the party was realizing that they needed to get stronger as the White Orchid engine barreled onward towards Carabospora. However, Ada and Anu were having a conversation. Anu revealed that some entity was telling her that she needed to hate Ada. Ada asked if Anu knew why, and Anu said yes. As she responds to Ada, Anu looks you directly in the eyes. She says you didn't always have cat ears.
What?
Your curse. It's killing your family.
What do you mean?
She says the spirit core is burning. Burning because of you. Because of your father.
I don't...
Lena. They say Lena was a liar. And Alicia is a deceiver. And now the favorite son of Yardeldreth whispers to them foul homilies. Why? You can fix it. I can fix it. I think. You love me, and I think I love you. And I know your aether is wrong. It's twisted. Folded. I think I could undo it.
Well, wait just a moment, though. Ezra, is that... He can see Aether, remember? Ezra, is that true?
I mean, I'll look at her again.
I mean, the aether hasn't changed since the last time you've seen it.
And it seems normal, right?
Yeah. No difference that you can see.
Yeah. I mean, does it... Have I can't remember if I've noticed, but has there been a change when she uses Azurite?
You haven't looked at her when she uses
Okay.
Azurite.
I don't see a difference or alteration.
And what do you mean about what my dad did?
I don't know. They say it's his fault. I don't know exactly what. The colors and the designs. The false beauty meant to draw others in. For you. For them, for her, for him.
I think Ada just straight up doesn't know what to say. She's kind of looking surprised and quite scared.
Ada, I can help you like you helped me. So that no one has to hate you.
Do people hate me?
Yes.
Oh. But first, let's help you.
No,
You're still gray.
it's a sacrifice on my path so that I can watch more closely. Watch with true eyes. Sacrifice like you've sacrificed for Kabouth.
Geralt will be here in a second. He knows more about the spirit core and everything than I do. We can ask him about it too.
And you can see that Anu will kind of slowly nod.
And this, and out of character, was it Yadardreth that she said?
Yardeldreth.
Fuck, one more time.
Yardeldreth.
Yardeldreth.
Del.
Yardeldreth. And this Yardeldreth that you mentioned, who is
And
that?
at this point, you would watch as the Cavalier burst into the room, gun drawn. Who keeps on saying that damn name?
Ada will shriek a tiny bit and then calm down. Both of us? Who is that?
Silence, don't say that name. And like you can see as he kind of begins to look around the room. Okay. Anu, I think that you've had a long day. Felix, can you bring Anu back to her room?
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't let her out of your sight. If you notice anything strange, or she begins to speak of things that send a chill down the back of your spine, you message me immediately.
Yeah.
Hey, Felix. I am very serious.
I know you are.
Good. I just need to make sure that we understand the gravity.
I understand.
Thank you, Felix.
Come on, Anu. We're gonna go to the medical car and get you checked up.
Yes, thank you. And she'll go ahead and follow you, Felix, kind of leaving a line of desaturation in her wake. As kind of those two exit, Geralt will look at you, Ada. Are you alright?
I'm scared and rattled.
As you should be.
What did she mean by... Who is that?
Nothing of consequence to you at this moment. Something beyond us now. There are forces beyond the cosmic stack. Ancient forces. Fingers of a great darkness that seek to consume all that we hold dear. To reduce everything to colorless, black silence. That name is a part of that endless march towards a barren future with no present and no past. and no hope. Pay what she said, little mind, Ada.
Is she going to be okay?
We can only hope and try and work towards something more. There are perhaps ways to help her. But until all of you progress, until you're able to unearth the secrets within yourselves, you will not be ready to experience the secrets of the world.
She said a lot of things about me and my family. Do you know if any of them are true?
I did not hear what she said.
That Lena is a liar and Alessia is a deceiver. And my father... I... It's a lot.
My advice is to get some rest. We have much training to do. These are questions that will need to eventually be answered. But such answers will do you no favors in the present.
Okay. I can try.
Stay strong. Training will begin tomorrow. I look forward to seeing all of you there. And at this point, Geralt will go ahead and depart.
You alright?
Back when we were about to talk to... When we were... when we had first learned that the train was... that the company was decommissioned. Misha was nervous about going to talk to our old conductor, and so I said that worrying is just going through the grief of the situation twice over. And so I'll try to keep that in mind as well. Right now. I'm going to go through it anyway, and so I might as well not worry about it. Because then it will just be suffering twice. And I would like to only suffer. I'd like to not suffer, but if I have to, I'd rather only do it once. Right?
That makes sense, yes. But a lot was just dropped on you.
It's like
Makes
Geralt
sense
said.
if you're concerned.
I am concerned, but I'll try to just push past it, forget. It's like Geralt said, though it will be of no, what did he say, help or consequence to me right now, but in the future. So I will just not think about it, and then it'll be fine.
A ghost appears next to you, Ada. The ghost of Chaz Petal, holding what seems to be a cup of scotch. Sounds like a bullshit excuse to me. For what it's worth.
Hey! What would you have me do then? Keep thinking about it over and over again and worrying.
No, go up to his ass and ask for answers.
What do
I
you want?
will admit, I'm not sure just ignoring the problem is the best idea.
Yeah, the monsters make it go away.
It's not going away, though, whether I get answers or not, right?
Having answers may help you deal with it, even if it's hard.
Besides, you say just forget about it, but I strongly doubt you can just selectively choose to forget something that just happened.
But I'm pretty good at just pretending like I didn't hear it.
That doesn't seem like an actual solution.
Do you want to know more about yourself?
Yes, but it's really, really terrifying.
Okay, let's
I don't feel
start
ready.
simple. You've talked about your mother before. Do you know your
Mother's
father well?
too. I'm adopted.
Oh,
Lena and Alessia are my mothers. Alessia is, at least has Kovravian heritage, and so we run a restaurant, and it serves Kovravian food.
okay.
Do you know your father?
No, I
Go ahead.
I do remember something, but Lena said I shouldn't talk about it because it scares other people. And Alessia also said that I shouldn't talk about it because it scares other people. But I could talk about it with Alessia.
Well, I promise you
Not so much.
there will be no scaring us away.
I don't remember a lot. Just a lot of blood. Screaming for my dad. But I don't know why. Or what was going on.
Do you know how old you were?
Can I see if I can try to remember a vague figure?
4 or 5.
4 or 5?
Did your mothers tell you much about your father?
No. Lena didn't like talking about it. And Alessia listened but didn't share much. And I didn't really want to ask. I was happy. I felt course I felt curious, but not enough to really want to know. Or I was happy with my mother's and my life. Lena always said that what I remembered must have been just a bad dream. But Alessia did tell me that it wasn't. That what I remembered and felt was real.
Maybe you can find out what happened. And that if your father might be still out there.
Maybe.
Get some closure at least. I know it's scary. But I think it will help.
I don't know that Geralt will answer me, though. And I don't trust Anu right now. She doesn't seem well. And her sources don't seem very reliable.
Yes, I do not know if she is in the right mind to give you answers.
Scared about accidentally triggering more of that. Well, the name that Geralt doesn't want us to say.
Yes. I do believe we should listen to that particular piece of advice.
I'm inclined to listen to almost everything Geralt says. He seems very smart and knowledgeable.
That is true, but it also seems like he is keeping something personal from you.
But he's not a bad person. It can't be for a bad reason.
He is not a bad person. He could... I'm not saying he is a bad person. But I think keeping this from you is not fair. And it is doing the wrong thing.
Will you guys go with me to ask him then?
I will not leave you. If you would like me there, I will be.
Yeah, I'll come.
Okay. And Chaz? And Wendell? I didn't realize Wendell was in the car.
Yeah. Yeah. Come. You can see, like, Chaz will kind of, like, look around. I mean, I don't really have anywhere else to go. Sure, kid.
And Decker? I know you look really tired, so it's okay if you'd rather sit.
Decker kind of gives, like, a face like, alright, shrugs and will stand up. Obviously tired.
Okay, then.
Then will this crew go ahead and try and find Geralt?
It will muster up as much courage as she can and march through the direction that he went.
Gotcha.
And Nisha will take her hand if she'll let her.
Yeah, she'll let her.
Okay.
Go back to bonk you with her head on the shoulder. Except she's short, so it's probably closer to the bicep.
Gotcha. Then, in this case, we'll go ahead and cut over to Felix and Anu. This point, Felix, you've taken Anu back to the medical car. What are you doing?
Go ahead and take a seat on it.
And she will, as she kind of sits down on your table. You see as the white paper begins to be bleached kind of into this lighter gray. That seems like the textures and features become more muted.
Do you want anything to drink?
I haven't felt hungry.
Or thirsty?
No.
Okay.
Just
That's
tired.
yeah. Well, would you like to sleep for a little bit?
I can try. But it feels like I'm already dreaming.
I am sorry to hear that. This is kind of out of my realm of expertise, so the best I can do right now is maybe try and study and take notes. But in the meantime, if you want to talk about anything, if you just want to hang out or sleep or rest, whatever you want to do.
Have I made an error?
What do you mean?
I don't quite know. It's like I'm moving slower, and everything feels harder to grasp. And sometimes I have emotions and thoughts, but it's like they fade away, like they are plucked from my hand. And then I don't know. It is like Kabath gives me something else. But it isn't full. A glass once filled with water now has rocks. Rocks and oil.
Well, you have been through a lot in the past couple days. One, the preacher said right after you were knocked unconscious that you were... Now, if you don't want to believe me, that is okay. But basically that you were going to be cold because you weren't strong enough. Now we know that your soul was being consumed, I think, or about to be. And we had to go and try and save you from that. You have been under a lot of stress, both physically and mentally, as well as spiritually. So...
It was too weak for Kabath.
It's easy for me to tell you to disregard that and not pay attention, given what I feel. But whether you choose to believe what I'm telling you is the truth or not, You are going to come out of this, and you will be stronger for it. Whether it strengthens your belief, or you grow stronger within yourself and your beliefs, you will be better for it. You just have to keep fighting. I don't know what it's like, what it was like for you, but I know that I have had my own battles that have drained me emotionally, physically, spiritually. Not all at once. And if there's anything I can pass on through what I've been through, is that you need to keep fighting. And that you shouldn't try and run or escape from it or ignore it like I did. You're gonna have to face it head on.
I don't know if I know how to anymore.
No one knows. No one knows. You just have to keep moving. And maybe for a little bit you do try and run, but at some point you're gonna have to face it. I've done terrible things. I've done things that I am ashamed of, that I wish that I had died from, but it didn't happen. And look, now I'm here on this freaking train with the unknown 12th, and you, and a cat on a pogo stick, and a guy that talks to ghosts, and a clerk that has an affinity for watches and time, and another person who's has a talking sword. How crazy is that? And you know what? If I had quit, if I had, left myself to die in some woods, I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met. We've seen things that people hear about in stories. And
Felix,
this is just. Yeah.
would you trade it all of this, to see a person named Grace again?
I don't know.
I feel things trying to fill the hole in me. I'm sorry,
It's okay.
it's hard to know what I lost. I know what the words mean, Felix. But I can't feel the words. The memories, they don't stick in my head the same anymore. I'm scared.
I would be scared too. But you're not alone. Okay?
Okay. I think I want to get some sleep.
Okay. You go get some rest, alright? I'll be right here, okay?
Gotcha.
I'll leave you.
Then, as you watch Felix, you can see Anu kind of go to the bed and even still dutifully begins to say a few prayers to Kabouth. The prayers ring in the air, reaching your ears as you look at a woman trying to fill in the holes. What are you thinking about right now, Felix?
Even though I don't believe in the benevolence of Cutmouth, I think that there is admiration in her steadfast belief in a deity.
Mm-hmm. As you watch this, we will go ahead and cut back to you, Ada, and the rest. As you walk up, and you can see Geralt on one of the top decks, looking out a skylight, seeing the stars, as you guys begin to approach. And he'll kind of look over his shoulder as all of you begin to walk up. And then he'll kind of slowly stand.
Hi.
Hello.
I would like to ask for more answers, please.
I know. I won't try and dissuade you. And you can see that there is a brutal sadness on this face, and despite a usual elven youth, Ada, you see the years in the eyes now. So many thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of years, swimming in them. But he meets your gaze, and he just gives you a nod. Ask what questions you will. I promise. I will answer.
You look tired. Are you okay?
Days like these, they will weigh on any person. We will have many long days ahead. We can be tired today. What matters is what happens tomorrow. And I will try and help you, all of you, as much as I can. I made you a promise. I asked you to trust in me, and I would lead you through. Such promises I do not take lightly. And I am aware that even though it might be easier to keep moving, the piper always must be paid. I understand your fear and your hesitancy. And it's for this reason, and for so many more, that I do feel wary. But enough of me, Ada. You came here for you. Please, what do you wish to know?
What is the spirit core?
Oh. The spirit core. You have thoughts. Of course you do. How else would you get here, there, everywhere? Not only do we experience the thoughts we choose to have, but also the ones latent beneath the surface of our minds. You experience it, and Ezra, and Misha, well, even Chaz, despite being a spirit, a ghost. We all contribute. Because there is power in thoughts and in dreams. For dreams are the first stones on the path to change, to hope, to action. And enough people believing in enough things, there is power to it. There is power in belief, in thoughts. Now, the waking mind, those thoughts, those emotions, they're the easiest to grasp, to understand. We all channel these thoughts and emotions all the time. Psionics, magic, aether, all of these things, they come from our waking mind. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But how does that relate to what the spirit core is?
Because then there is our zeitgeist, our sleeping minds that come together as one, that link all of us. Everything contributing. That is represented in the noosphere. The dimension of the mind and of thoughts. All the minds in a layer. They traverse the noosphere. And there's a heart to this layer, like there is a heart to any layer, any dimension. That is the spirit core. The point at which all of this flows, in and out, moving, traversing, spinning, making anew. The spirit core is the heart, and it represents the truth in the collective subconscious. Because while there is objectiveness, a rock is a rock. But if enough people, enough in the collective subconscious believe that the rock is a tree, it is the exact same as the active conscious mind turning a rock into a tree. But while the active is just one, the collective, it is so much more powerful. I am partially linked to the noosphere. Because what I am, what I represent, it calls upon the collective subconscious. Because when enough people believe, the universe bends to that will. Because of your raw heart, Because your dreams override the waking world. It's the core of the spirits of an entire layer. Every man, woman, child, animal, plant. They pass through. That is the spirit core. That is what you are linked to, Ada.
Why?
Because your family linked you to it. Because your essence is linked. You are a door, a funnel, at least to one side of the core, one aspect. You are tied. And that tether, it was not easily bought.
Why? What's the purpose? To what end?
You will need to be more specific. The purpose of your father, or the purpose of our enemies?
Both, maybe. I'd like to start with my father.
I see. I understand. Ezra, my boy, could you do me a favor?
Of course.
Could you please go get Felix?
Alright, should he bring Anu?
No. No, just make sure that she is comfortable. Make sure that she remains in the room in which he has left her. And I will go make some tea, get some food. Ada, can you please make yourself comfortable?
Okay.
I'll go get Felix. Should we meet you in the dining car?
No, here is fine.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Thank you. I will return.
While you're making food, can you bring back my blanket if you're going down there?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
I'll make sure to go get it.
Thank you. And Ada will sit down.
Gotcha. Then, as Ezra goes to fetch Felix, Misha, what are you doing in this moment?
Misha's gonna sit down next to Ada, kind of put a hand over hers. She's kind of just... She hasn't really taken her eyes off of Ada this whole time. She'll just sit there quietly and ask, "So, what are you thinking? Still scary?"
Very. But it's less scary knowing that everybody is here for me. I feel so lucky to have all of you.
I think we are luckier for knowing you, honestly.
I don't think that's true.
I wish there was something that I could do to make this easier.
Just being here is enough. And it'll lean her head up against Misha's shoulder.
And Misha will put her head on Ada's and still just kind of hold her hand.
At this point, Felix, will you go ahead and return with Ezra?
Yeah, but he's gonna write out a note for Anu in case she wakes up while he's gone.
Gotcha. And you two will go ahead and return. And Geralt will return to some tea and some food and a blanket for you, Ada. Your blanket, which he goes ahead, gives to you. And you'll go ahead and set down food. Traditional Kovarovian he's made. And some hearty stews, as well as some heavy pastries loaded with like cream that he will go ahead and give to Ada and Misha and whoever else wants it. We'll go ahead as well and set down like this very elegantly made Kovarovian coffee, the same that your family was served in your childhood, Misha, just kind of down in front of you. I hope I got it right.
Thank you. It's nice having this again.
Yes. I'm sorry for this tale. It's one that I knew parts of when we originally met. I did not know it all. I still quite frankly don't know it all, but that is not because I did not choose to gain only a limited number of memories. It's because even in my truest state, I don't know all of this story. I know
That's
that
something that can happen. Can high gods just not know things?
there are very few that can hide things from my eyes. Very few. It narrows down the list for what could be happening, but yes, concealment is possible, albeit very rare and meticulous. For me to simply not know something, it requires cutting out parts of reality. No easy feat. But there are some that will go through such troubles. Me relaying this story might cause trouble. But I trust all of you. And if we are to continue forward, we do so together. As a team. As a family. So, this is the story of how your family ended, Ada. And how you are in the position that you are in now. Your father, he was human. His name was Gerhard. Gerhard Silva. Your mother was Leora. We will get to her side of the family. Your mother was elven, half elven, not tabaxi. Your sister, her name is Pearl Silva. Your younger sister. And then there is your brother. Older. Had when your parents were younger. His name is Jesper.
Same Jesper?
Yes.
What?
Same Jesper. Same one.
Ada just feels Misha completely freeze.
Ada did too, don't worry. We're two frozen bitches together. Does he know?
No. You all didn't talk much between yourselves. And as you will probably be able to tell, I don't think he was looking for you. I don't know what he would have done if he would have known. He is dangerous. But that danger does not come from him lacking a tremendous heart. But he is very broken. The story starts when your mother took ill, Ada. She became ill in your original home, the village of Shand, in eastern Bospora. She is patient 0 for the Deshand Arcanophage. The same Arcanophage that plagued the Rust Tower. The same Arcanophage that Felix you have encountered. I am still trying to understand exactly why. What concoction of magics first sprung it forth. We will have to discover this together. But she caught it. The fever took her, and she began losing parts of herself. And then Pearl caught the fever. And then you caught it, Ada. It began to ravage your family and your father, Gerhard. He watched his family begin to wither and die. Of course, at this point, your father made a decision to try and save his son. How could he not? Your mother's maiden name was Hemmingsen. She had a sister in Kovarov. And so she sent Jasper there. Your father did. Ironically, on Magna Rail lines run by the Pedal Transit Company. Your father watched as his wife began to succumb to the disease. He cried out for help. And wouldn't you know, a healer from a new church arrived. They came across Gerhard. They said that they would help Gerhard save his family. The visage of this healer, it is hidden to me. That means only one thing, though. Teresi's dial is not powerful enough to conceal himself from my eyes and my sight. Especially not at this time. I cannot say for sure, but I believe your father was visited by Kabouth. What happens next is blurry to my sight, but I will try to recount it as best as I can. Kabouth seemingly instructed Gerhard that he needed more minds, more subconsciousnesses tied together for the ritual. A ritual that did involve the noosphere, that did involve the spirit core. Your father worked for the Pedal Transit Company. So did your mother. She worked management. Your father worked with logistics, supply lines, people. But looking in the records, Ada, Gerhard Silver is the one who brought forward the idea in the initial designs for theme cars on the Pedal Transit Company lines. I don't know exactly how Kabouth is tied to some of these cars. or what magic there is. But, Mr. Allwood, I do believe that eventually we will get answers out of one in your employ who might have an idea as to what the inner workings of the magic within these theme cars are, and how they can catch and bind. What matters, though, is that each theme car, I believe, helped to tie hundreds, maybe thousands of minds to this ritual, to Kabath. And so, at that point, there was a bit of waiting. And I believe that is at the point where Gerhardt began to exhibit symptoms of the Dachshund Arcanophage as well. They were out of options, out of time, and so they began the ritual, Ada. I'm sorry. I don't believe that your father is a bad man. But I think Kabath's influence and the disease and a utilitarian calculus began to weave their way into his mind. I believe that your father killed your mother as a sacrifice to open the newer sphere, to gain access to the spirit core, to attempt to save his children. I think Kabath began binding both of you to the spirit core. I think what was said to your father, and probably what has happened, was the collection of enough minds, enough memory to essentially create a buffer between both of you. You were moved to the end of the line. You and, I believe, your sister. But you likely first. Because, Ada, as you no doubt know, there were side effects. I can only guess as to the extent of the side effects you are living with at this point, but do not think that it has passed my gaze. I don't believe that you can discuss these side effects with us. But I have a theory. As you know, the Congregation of New Hope is an affront to me. An attack. So, if I am closely tied to the Noosphere and the Spirit Core, it would make sense to try and create a weapon to attack me, to go further than this Arcanophage. Ada, I believe that you are designed to create new memories for the Noosphere, for the Spirit Core, and your sister, Pearl, to destroy the old ideas so that yours can seamlessly take their place. Because once the collective subconscious is aimed. A rock to a tree. Easy. What about the sundering of an entire city? A sundering so complete that it never existed. And I think at this point, something must have happened. I don't know exactly what. Because you and your sister would have been too young to understand truly what was happening and to prevent it. It must have been your father that glimpsed something, who understood something, that saw the power being brought to bear. The power of the abyss. And the demon prince who governs souls. Who collects them. Who is an acolyte of that which waits at the end, and the great silken hand. It goes by many names. You can simply call it Orcus, the demon prince of Undeath. I believe that that demon prince is tied to this. That leads the presence of the abyss. That helps to fuel Kabath and so much more. I know of no other entity of evil that has such a great and deep knowledge of souls and how to destroy them, and who would be willing to commit such heinous crimes. From here, my vision, it is not enough. I know that the ritual broke. I know that your sister went missing. Kabath, too. I know that your father and your mother died. I know it was a gruesome affair, Ada. And I know that 2 seraphs of the twin empresses arrived and exited the ritual. But they encountered other forces that even to this day hide them. They are your adopted parents. Lena, Alicia. Powerful warriors. Smart in their own right. Truly incredible people. And they disappeared off to a far town. But afterward, after all of this, you had something placed on you. I don't know exactly what all your powers did, but items changed. I know details were warped and altered, fabric of reality breaking, and there is a folding of your aether and powerful wards to forever contain the power within, rather to stop you from utilizing the ability to warp the noosphere. I believe that the side effects that you encounter ought to prevent you from tearing reality apart. Already, parts of the magic slip through, and reality is warped. It is what you do. And I suppose layers of secrecy ought to prevent some good-natured cleric, or perhaps even other seraph or god, from seeing the bundle of power that you have within you, undoing it, and causing the world to warp, or worse, for you to die. And then there's Jesper. So much of him as well, hidden from my sight. I can only guess what he has gone through, but it would make sense why he has the power to obscure if our enemies wanted him to remain unseen. All I know is that there's more to him. That is what I know of you, Ada. I'm so sorry.
And Alessia are seraphs?
They were. I do not believe that. They have been working for some time now. Well, unless you count raising you, and from what it sounds like, protecting you, as their work. In a small town far away that no one ever went to. No one would ever think to look. With so few people, that Heartlet was left off of many maps.
Girl disappeared. Any idea where she might be?
Don't know where Pearl is. But based on what was said, at least recounted to me, from Tiresias' dial, Jasper works for the preservation of a sister. Has sought nothing but this sword to preserve family. Willing to give up anything. I can only guess as to what Kabouth is doing. What the Congregation New Hope is doing. And I don't know if his reaction will be good. And if what we are doing now puts you in even more danger. Puts all of you in danger. Stokes latent emotions. And perhaps puts us at risk. But I would rather you all, if you ask for it, have the truth.
I'm a quarter elven. Why am I like this?
You are not a quarter elven. There is no elven blood in you.
I thought you said that.
I know. Your mother, Leora, she is half elven. And from what else I can find in my sight, you have or somehow lived in your little restaurant for longer than you have been with Lena and Alicia. There's warping, Ada. Your abilities, if left unchecked, and I think that for a time they were catastrophically warped, not just yourself, but perhaps so much else. You want to know the power of the spirit core? There it is. While you can cause things to simply happen, I would almost say your clumsiness is not inherently from you, but from the calamitous forces that are contained within.
Because everyone in my town believed I was so clumsy, it happened?
I think that because in a way, you were able to visualize yourself as clumsy and thought it and spoke it into existence over a long enough period that you became always clumsy. It might have started as a joke. We simply don't know. The seals on you are strong, but it could have been any number of things. We simply don't know. But I think the theory could hold water. The town thought you were clumsy, so you're clumsy. You thought you were clumsy, so you became doubly so. You thought that your mother was something, and she became it. I wish I could say more.
Anu said that the spirit core was burning.
Yes. Yes, I believe that would probably be true. If I am not there, and if the Arcanophage continues to spread, the holes that the Arcanophage creates, they are not just skin deep, not just in the body, it is in the soul. people are burned down to the roots. And they're burning. Their subconscious dying. There are consequences.
Can I fix it? If I can, you said rebuild or rewrite the spirit core. Can I fix it? Can I help Anu?
Like I said, Ada, yes, you can. But remember what I also said. If you are not ready, the consequences could be dire. This is what I meant.
Okay.
Perhaps you could ease the burden on Anu. You can take the Azurite and tap in to a power given to you. A power that was supposed to be wielded by our enemies, and can turn it against them. But at the same time, if you are not careful, the holes in the spirit core could only widen. Burning could continue. I believe that you will find a way, that you will find a path.
But it's gotta be done carefully. So I'll learn how to do it carefully.
No. At this point, I believe that caution has all but been thrown to the wind. We face great foes that strike at the heart of who we are as people. They try to take from us everything that we hold dear. If we move too carefully, all this will burn away before we have the ability to put a stop to this. And we have already lost people. Not just people, but they have lost afterlives. They have lost the ability to dream, to feel love, to go on with their lives and to move forward, to shed shackles of sadness and grief and move forward into a life of flourishing, of kindness, and of joy. Ada, I want you to do this with the right intentions. To give your heart not to revenge or power or let yourself be consumed by fear, but do what is right. And if you follow your heart and you do what Lena and Alicia and so many others taught you, I know that you will be able to save anybody that you wish. And that goes for all of you. I hope you believe me when I tell you that all of you can do great things with or without my help. You only need to begin. Are all of you okay?
I think I need a minute, but I would like to correct you on one point. Not can. I'm going to. And then Ezra will leave.
And Carol will go ahead and nod. I know you will, Mr. Allwood. It is late. It has been a tiring day. If you all can, sleep. We will train tomorrow. We will train hard.
I have one more question.
Anything, Ada.
Would Jesper remember me if I told him?
I don't know for sure. But he should have been a few years older than you. And I don't believe he was there during the ritual that led to your current state. And if Kabouth has disrupted his mind, or Orcus, or a creature, or anything else, we will make him remember you. We will make him remember his friends in a better life and show him a different path. Because when our friends fall, it is not an excuse to turn away. It is an opportunity to show them how valuable they are and what they are worth.
And the Dishant Acanifage, it destroys people's afterlives, their ability to dream and hope.
It is as Felix described it. It shreds away the mind, the body, but it is more, not flesh deep.
And what is Azurite? I think Kabouth was using it for, at least the preacher was using it in Kabouth's name to, I thought.
It's a gemstone, Ada.
And that's all? Just a gemstone?
You mortals. Azurite by itself is not sinister. Obsidian, onyx, ruby, topaz, they are materials. This material is particularly adept at channeling this power for the magic that they attempt to bring forth. But if you are looking for Azurite to be a great bane, the tears of a god, or anything like that, like I've said, Ada, you won't find it. It is a gemstone. One that has particular abundance in certain parts of this area, which is likely why the Congregation of New Hope is here.
Can I use it to help people? Does it channel the spirit core well?
It channels such energies well, yes. And when it is infused with energy, it has particular power. seemingly a boost to helping you channel this energy, to manipulate it. You can use it. It is not inherently evil.
Do you think there's enough in those, in the bundle of sticks that we got from the, is it the rust ape? Called? Eating monkey.
Yes, it was the rust ape.
Okay. Do you think there's enough there to salvage and use more? I don't know how to phrase. Is there enough to get one more shard of Azurite's worth out of those sticks?
Probably not. They are scraps at this point.
Okay.
But go. Rest. There's much to do.
Can I have them anyway? The sticks?
You already have them.
Oh, I personally don't. Ezra probably does.
Then, if Ezra will allow you to take them, then yes.
Okay, I'll ask him later. Felix, I'm really sorry. I didn't know.
About what?
My mom. Being patient 0 for the Deshant Arcanophage.
That's
Caused you a lot of pain, and
that's not your fault.
but I'm sorry all the same.
I don't think there's anything for you to be sorry for.
We'll fix it. We'll find out what happened. And we will fix it.
Okay. I am not going to put blame on you or your mom for anything that has happened to me.
Do you promise?
Of course, I don't see any reason to.
I think Ada will hold out a pinky for a pinky promise.
Okay. Felix will oblige.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Geralt. I'm sorry that it was hard for you to talk about this. But thank you for doing it anyway.
If it was easy, there would not be meaning to it. We do these things because there is a barrier that others won't cross. I will see you all in the morning.
Good night.
Geralt will head out.
If there are any pastries left, Ada will kind of package them up
Gotcha.
and give them to Felix. Can you leave these for Anu?
I can do that. Mhm.
And thank you for being here, Misha. I'm sorry about Jesper.
Misha's just been kind of numbly sitting there and staring off into the distance. But she'll say, I just... You don't have to apologize. I didn't know.
Did. He didn't either, from what said.
He still has family. Please believe me when I say that you did not scare me away with any of this. I just need a second to think.
Yeah, okay.
Then I will
I
come
will
back
see you
to
in the
you.
morning then.
And you will get good rest. Yes?
I don't know, but I'll at least try to rest.
Good. And Misha will pull her in for a really big hug that kind of picks her off her feet a little bit.
Big hug.
And then just kind of silently, slowly, she's gonna go try to find where Ezra wandered off to.
Gotcha. Then, Ezra, where did you wander off to?
I went to find the car that has the least furniture in it.
Okay. I'm assuming you are breaking it?
No, I'm not breaking it.
Hmm?
I need open space because I am just swinging my sword really hard.
Hmm.
Literally,
So,
if, like,
not one of the
if-
passenger cars, probably.
Mhm.
And not the dining car.
I don't
Maybe
know
an
if this is
empty,
how
like, storage car.
maybe
Since we
I don't
don't
know if
have
this is how
bags.
it works, but if the mountain school has like forms, I'm running through those. If it doesn't, I'm just swinging.
It does. It does have forms. You
Okay.
only know, like,
Yeah.
one, like, kind of, like, motion set for, like, the first mountain form, but you could be, like, just running through all those at breakneck speed.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mhm. And that's where you find Ezra, Misha.
Just gonna stand in the doorway for a second and see if he notices her, because I think she fears she might get killed if she interrupts with this.
I think he like does it down the length of the car and then turns around to start again and sees you. Hello.
Hello. Can I join you?
If you want, sure.
I don't quite know what to think after that. I don't think I understand. This talk of changing time, changing reality, that she can do that, or can be done and not have been aware of.
I don't know how any of this works. And apparently neither does she. And I found the train and Doc right after he died. Train was stuck on the line. collapsed. People on the train were panicking. We ran up. He walked me through how to start back up again. Just sort of stuck around. I've interacted with a few ghosts in my time. Not just ones you've met, but a few before that. Heck, for a good chunk of my childhood growing up, my parents were dead. Never met one I couldn't trust. All this feels wrong.
Very wrong. I don't know. I have trouble now thinking what is real and what led us here. You know, everything is so... I met Jesper, and we thought of each other as family. And was that real? And I came here and I met all of you. And met her. And was that real?
Did you ever meet his sister?
No. I did not know of her.
I doubt this will be any comfort, but I don't know. I've had a foot in another world pretty much my whole life, most of it. It just feels like another layer.
I think I love Ada. Is that real?
Huh. Listen. I don't know. You don't know. She doesn't know. But weirdly enough, I've come around to believe if you don't know, you can't know. Would you rather sit around questioning it?
I suppose there is no use just sitting around and moping.
Right now, I am doing this because I need to sleep. So tomorrow we can train. My head's too busy. So I'm trying to just exhaust my body. If there was one thing that sort of kept me on the same line, being in the two worlds, or whatever the heck this new thing is, it was the hope that I could help more people than myself. And hope's important. I think I'm gonna give it a break for a while. And I'm just gonna do.
I really, really admire you, Ezra.
Appreciate it. But just trying to do what I know.
Yes. We can start to help Ada, help Jesper, help Anu in the morning. Would you like a sparring partner?
Sure. You planning on using Lauritz for this, or?
Well, I do not want to really hurt you.
No, I mean, I don't have any spare training sticks.
I
I don't know.
mean,
Well, this
I
works.
can hold back.
Really. Okay.
You
I've
would hear at this point, Misha, a voice in your head go, "But you don't need to."
I will hold back. She looks a little shaken for a second.
You okay? You all right?
I just heard her in my head say you don't need to. Just concerning for a sparring match with a friend I would not like to hurt.
I'll just really quickly add a very inexperienced friend who doesn't really fight that often.
Lauritz, we can train and not hurt. Yes?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I'm gonna put the sword to the side.
Okay.
No,
How is she doing, by the way?
it is difficult to describe. I'm trying to help her and trying to trust her, and it is a process. And
Okay.
she does not think she is anything but a sword. Which is I'm trying to figure out how to prove her wrong. Alright, no. Okay. Alright. I will trust you. And I'm gonna try sparring with her. And very deliberately holding back.
Right now?
Yes? If Ezra's down to spar right now.
Gotcha. I mean, it's 2:30 in the morning, so I'm just asking.
Yeah. We were just blowing
Okay.
off steam, I think.
Gotcha.
So we could sleep.
Yeah, very briefly before trying to
Yeah.
actually go to sleep.
Gotcha.
There's no actual training being attempted.
Yeah. Then, like, you would just be swinging around at this point, Misha, a sharp stick. Like, Lauritz
Yeah.
is not giving you any additional power, energy,
Yeah.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But after you do that, will both of you head to bed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, as the next day comes around, all of you could go ahead and take a complete rest, as it is the second day of the new year at this point. As you continue your journey now to Care Bospora. At this point, as you go ahead and travel, you are still about 2.5 days from Care Bospora. So, I'll go down the list and kind of ask you if you're training, and if so, how you're training during this time that you're going forward. Ezra, are you training?
Yeah.
All right. what are you wanting to work on?
Defense.
Defense. Gotcha. So, your martial school?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can certainly go ahead and do that. So, at this point, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and head over to your martial school tab. And are you wanting to train your martial school for both days?
Yes.
All right. Then are you wanting to train the second mountain or the third mountain? I can give you a short description on what both do.
Sure, please.
Second mountain is the specialty of Helmuth von Graz. It is all about taking damage and then peaking the second mountain for a massive counterattack. While the third mountain is just turtling up unbreakable shield type stuff. And when you peak the third mountain, you are essentially making a defense so unbreakable that if you've built it up enough, nothing is getting past you.
I'm going for the third.
All right. Then go ahead and roll 2d2.
Okay.
Two. So you get 2 progress points out of 5 for the third mountain. Are you going then for the second day, rolling the same thing again?
Yes.
All right, then go ahead and roll. 3. Then, with these 2 days put in, you are able to go ahead and complete the third mountain. I'll go ahead,
Nice.
put it into your character sheet. So as a background action, you can activate the third mountain. While climbing the third mountain, when you are the target of a damage roll, you gain 1 shield token. For each shield token, you gain 1 shield rating while climbing the third mountain. When you peak the third mountain, as a free action, you peak it, and you burn all stored shield tokens. Until the end of your next turn, your shield rating increases by 3 for each shield token used. So, if you have 5 shield tokens, you usually have a shield rating of 5. When you peak it, you've got a shield rating of 15. And this is for every damage roll against you while you are inside this mountain. So it just keeps on growing.
Nice.
All right, but Geralt is going ahead, training you, and he's just kind of nodding. Good. Good, Isra. You're doing well. I promise, we won't let them continue with this.
I think Ezra just sort of is like exhausted, but just sort of wipes his brow, spits on his hand, grips his sword, and just says, "We'll protect people."
Yes. This will end. Now come on, again. Through the forms.
And Ezra just keeps pushing.
Gotcha. And at this point, Misha, how are you training?
I would also like to start learning my martial school.
Gotcha. Then you can go and hop over to your martial school tab.
Mm-hmm.
So, with this school, the Sky School, you have one base form that you learn, the Swirling Wind. And then this gives you access to basically everything else that you can begin to learn. From the Western Wind to the Northern Wind, Southern, Eastern, all pretty good. But first things first, with your first day, you're obviously going into the Swirling Wind, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. There is no way that you can fail this, despite your incredibly bad dice luck. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So, you'll go ahead and unlock this first form, the Swirling Wind. As a background action, you can activate the Swirling Wind. When you activate the Swirling Wind, you gain a temporary flying speed equal to 10 times your power score, or you do not suffer the retreat penalty. So you can choose. Do you want to fly, or do you just not want to suffer the retreat penalty? But there is also a second part to this form, which is kind of the gimmick of the Sky School. You're kind of flighty with your forms, because at the end of your turn, you may choose a new Sky School form and switch to it, but the Swirling Wind ends at the end of your turn. So if you're still flying in the air at the end of your turn, you fall, essentially.
Okay.
But when you have more Sky School forms, you start switching to them, because you never stay in one place. You're constantly moving. Now, you have the option of the Western Wind, the Northern Wind, the Southern Wind, or the Eastern Wind to go with next. So, I can give you kind of a little rundown of each and what they do, if you would like.
Yes, please.
Alright. So, the Northern Wind is a wind of defense. Trying to buff yourself up. The Southern Wind is kind of a more defensive wind, but also allows you to more efficiently shift around a battlefield. The Eastern Wind allows you to go ahead and see an attack that an opponent is making against you and kind of counter attack with it. And then you have the Western Wind, which is all about falling and being okay with that. Also ignoring the retreat penalty.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like the generalities of what they do.
Mm-hmm. How about the Eastern Wind? That was the counterattacking one, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And go
that sounds
ahead
fun.
and roll 2d2.
2d2. 3.
Very close. Then you've almost fully completed the Eastern Wind. Then that is Misha's work. What is Felix doing, if anything?
Felix is like just tending to Anu, and in between that, studying.
Gotcha. What are you studying?
Arcanophage.
Arcanophage?
And
Okay.
yeah.
Then go ahead and roll a mental check for me with double dice at benefit 1.
Okay. That's 2 successes. I'll use my hero points.
Okay.
You can have some from me if you want.
I should be good, but thank you.
Whoa.
5 successes.
5 successes? Yeah, do you want that last reroll from Ada?
You know, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Thank you. Thank you. Damn.
Gotcha. It is okay, because you'll go ahead and gain 5 hero points. And additionally, you will upgrade your Physician's Force to Physician's Force 2. As an action, you can touch a creature that you can reach. You can remove 2 conditions or injuries from that creature instantly. Then you may flip a coin. You call the coin in the air. If you call the coin correctly, you may cause your target to regain stamina points equal to your level. If you do not call the coin, you can remove a condition from yourself. So you
Awesome.
You improve your doctoring skills during this time as you're researching the Arcanophage and all of their potential Arcanophage sicknesses so that you can better heal your allies and make sure everyone here is well.
Awesome.
Okay. Then, last but not least, Ada, what are you training?
I would like to train my martial school, please.
Yeah, absolutely. So, right now, you are still working on symbiosis. Are you training this both days?
Can
Or,
I
like, the
see
martial
if I
training?
can? I would like to see if I can master it the first day since I was already partway through,
There
and
is
then
no way you
possibly.
cannot. Because you're rolling 2d2, and you're 1 out of 2.
Okay, then yes, please. And then on the
Yes.
second day, I would like to try to go further in that school.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant was I training just symbiosis both days?
No, I'm assuming competency.
Cool. Then yes, please.
All right. Then, first day, you are able to unlock symbiosis. As a free action, you may activate symbiosis. When you activate this form, and at the start of each turn in combat, you may select a target for your symbiosis. The target creature adds your power score to their damage ratings while you are within 5 feet of them. As a background action, you may give stamina points to the target creature while they are within 5 feet of you. And whenever the target creature takes damage, you gain +1 hero point. As you form this symbiotic bond with another creature, essentially. You help them out, they help you out.
Fun.
But go ahead and roll 2d4, as the next one on your chain is the first attachment.
Got it. I have 5 total, a 2 and a 3.
Yep. So there is only 4 pips, so you are able to go ahead and gain the first attachment as well. As a background action, you may activate the first attachment. When you activate this form, target creature within 5 feet of you gains benefit 1 on a roll of their choice, while you are within 5 feet of them once per round. You may only designate one creature at a time for the first attachment. This form cannot be active with other attachments, and if you enter another attachment, this attachment automatically ends. So essentially, you can walk up to a creature, and if you are linked at the hip within 5 feet of them, then they get to have benefit 1 on a roll of their choice once per round. Pretty decent.
Fascinating.
Mm-hmm. But as you are going ahead and moving, Ezra, you are at this point about half a day from Bospora. You should reach it, let's see, at this point, yeah, by about 1-2 o'clock on the 4th of Orfel. But as you are going ahead and moving, you begin to see, like, parts of your engine are starting to shut down. What are you doing?
Duh. I rush to try and compensate.
Gotcha. As you are, like, rushing to try and compensate, you start to, like, try and figure out what's going on as you go ahead and look around. Make a spirit check. Or physical. Up to you.
Hey, yeah, I'll do spirit. I'm gonna reroll 2 of those. Okay, 3.
3. As you're going and looking through, you realize it's not necessarily anything wrong with the engine. It's the magnetized rails and the energy that's being sent towards them. That's what's being affected. And, like, it's like this mass shutoff that is happening on this part of the track.
So it's not the train, it's the rails we're on?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Do trains have like any sort of emergency system for if that happens, or?
Looking around, like, you don't know what this could be in regards to. It's never happened to you before.
Uh, Vance.
And at this point, like, Vance's hands go ahead and appear, and they just kind of, like, give a shrug.
Okay. All right, Doc, are you around?
I am.
Something's wrong with the rails underneath us. They're not feeding magnetic energy.
No, nothing is technically wrong with the rails. If there was something wrong, that would be perhaps a bit easier. We are being boarded, it seems.
I stick my head out the window.
As you go ahead and stick your head out the window, you go ahead and look down the path. As you do, you see maybe a quarter-mile ahead of you on the tracks. There seems to be like a series of poles set up that is like draining energy from parts of the track. And you see kind of amongst the group, there is one man about 6'10", 6'11", like trench coat suit, smoking a cigarette, slicked back hair. You can see that there's what appears to be a beautiful gold and platinum sword on his hip, and almost like a duffel bag at his feet as he is just slowly smoking.
Okay, I rush over to the terminal and send an emergency message.
Gotcha.
Does it look like these like pillars or poles are slowing us down?
They seem to like be draining energy out of the Magna Rail lines. And as you are like looking at it as all this is coming closer, you see emblazoned on these poles the symbol of the Pedal Transit Company. These are fucking inspectors.
Oh. Okay. Wait, so do I think they're from the company? The company shut down.
You're right! The company did shut down. So why are they here?
Okay. Am I able to like I imagine that the power drain is like actively slowing us down.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to try to sort of maintain speed as I can. I'm also laying on the like train whistle. And if it's a thing I can do, I'm going to try and like ready. I don't know if it's a thing I can do from here, but like ready the defense of the train.
Gotcha. Then, for the rest of you, are you attempting to not be boarded by these inspectors? And
That sounds about right. I trusted
Yeah.
Ezra when he said emergency and when Felix said man the defenses.
okay. Then, at this point, Felix, you make your way up to the defenses. What are you doing?
Am
As
I
Hmm?
am I able to gather that these poles are sapping energy?
Yes.
Damn, I'm shooting the poles like I'm not about to get boarded.
Gotcha. Then, as you go ahead and rev up the cannon, the rest of you hear the ka-doo! As Felix fires, the poles and like the area of track begin to explode. As Ezra, you go ahead and slam on basically the accelerator as the White Orchid engine begins to zip off. As the inspector just continues to smoke and smile. The hunt has just begun. And it is here we will end the session for today.
No.
As we will pick up next week with your arrival at Care Bospora, the hunt for Jesper, the unraveling of your backstories, and your continued attempt to restore the 12th, but also stop the Congregation of New Hope. Well done, gang.
Ah, I
What's
forgot
this Peaky
to,
Blinders looking bastard doing here?
I forgot to mention, but during the downtime, so not part of the training arc, but during the downtime, could I grab those rods from Ezra? Question mark, Dalton.
I'm sorry, say again.
You know the invisible rods with Azurite that are no longer invisible? Can I have them?
Yeah, I would have given them to you, yeah.
Awesome. May I fashion some sort of hairpin from them? Or attempt to, at least?
Yeah,
Possibly asking the 12th's help.
sure.
Yes!
Can absolutely do that.
If I can't use them for combat, I might as well make them look pretty.